I want to, there we go. I didn't need it to transcribe. I was doing that for my class. So there we go.
Yes. Hello, everyone. This is Jesus Ulloa. I am your school principal, and with me today is
Nicole Neeb. My name is Nicole Neeb, and I'm a teacher here at Launch Virtual Academy and ASB advisor.
yes. Thank you, Ms. Nate,
Mhm.
for being here with us. I was bragging a few minutes ago to the with the people that are with us live online about our school signage. Have you seen those signs, Ms. Neve?
Yes, they look really pretty, and it's a little bit more clear about where the offices are and that we are Launch Virtual Academy here at Mission Control.
And the next facility we're adding some signage is our Welcome Center that is located on the grounds of San Isidro High School. So I'm really, really happy that finally some of those things are coming to fruition because we've been planning on these things for a while. But it's good, once I drove in and walked in this morning. I'm like, look at that. Look at that beautiful sign, right? So today is November 13th, and this is Launch with Launch Academy. We have announcements for you. We're going to talk about progress reports number 2 for this quarter.
Mhm.
Then we're going to talk about what's happening during Thanksgiving week. And we're going to remind everyone about all the different systems of support that we have for students. Then let's talk about IDs, school IDs. What are we doing and what are we extra doing once we are done with what we're doing? And that's going to be an interesting
Mhm,
announcement.
mhm, mhm.
And then we're going to give you a preview of what we're planning for academic recognition for students. And finally, we're going to stop the recording to engage with the students and parents that are live with us online. So thank you for being here live online with us. And with that, let's go to the first announcement, Ms. Neve.
Progress reports, right?
Yes. Do you want to tell us a little bit
Oh,
about this, Ms. Neve?
okay. Quarter two progress reports that our teachers, like myself, will be entering grades for this second progress report period. Again, this is a reminder of the progress. Students still are working through the content for their quarter class, and we will have those grades in by November 20th at 1 p.m. Um, Again, I tell my students that this is just a peek into where they are and the progress they've made in the course. Of course, they may still be working a little bit behind or working ahead in order to finish the coursework, the mandatory coursework within that quarter process. Parents and students can access those grades in Infinite Campus. That'll be as of Friday, November 22nd. So that's a good indicator to take a look at that so that you can see where your student is in progress of this quarter. And that is right before our Thanksgiving break, where there are no live sessions, but students can continue working on the assignments for the quarter. And then progress reports will also be emailed to you.
And we know that if you have access to Infinite Campus, you can see the progress reports. But we want to make sure that all the parents can see, regardless of going into Infinite Campus portal or not. That's why we send that email. So those grades will be emailed so you can see what can be done because we're coming close to the Thanksgiving week break. Do you want to go to the next slide, Miss Neve?
Yes, of course.
So this is perfect timing because during the Thanksgiving week, as you know, we won't have live sessions, meaning there's no teachers won't be working live during that week. Technically, it's like a holiday week, but for you, as you know, out of school, our school is on any day of the week, any time of the day, as long as you have access to internet. So during the Thanksgiving week break, this is what we're suggesting. Work,
Hmm.
complete assignments, accelerate, get caught up. And we hope that the progress reports that you're gonna see before you go into this break will give you motivation to accelerate, to get on pace, and because we want you to finish on time. So that's what we're gonna do during the Thanksgiving week. We're working with our tutors to see if we can provide online tutoring at least the first 3 days of that week: Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So when we're ready to announce that possibility, we're going to have that information on our newsletter, Skyrocket. So stay put for details. So that week, yes, we want you to enjoy your family. We want you to be with friends. We want you to have that good time. But at the same time, it is a great time to get caught up, to accelerate, to be on pace, because we want you to finish your assigned Q classes at the end of this quarter.
Yes.
And the next announcement, Ms. Neve?
That we will be holding a student academic recognition event. We aim to identify and celebrate students who have earned academic progress or success and principal's honor roll, and our rising stars. Anytime that we can recognize student achievement and that student effort, that's something that we aim to do, and we are working out all the details, and we'll get that out in the Skyrocket newsletter, in a Launch Connect, and out to our students and families very soon.
And the recognition is going to be very specific. So we're looking at, regardless of what happened to you, if you're new to our school, we don't want to see, we want to see what you've done with us. So we're going to recognize at this event what our students did last school year during second semester. We're gonna find what happened in that period of time. And if you've been with us since last school year, second semester, and you did really well in your classes, most likely you'll be part of this recognition, because I think we all think at Launch Academy that it's important to recognize the work that you're doing, because it's not easy and you're doing it, and we're really proud of what you've done. So thank you, Ms. Niv, for helping us organize this event. I know we're looking at different venues at this moment. We have identified a couple dates, but it all depends on the venue that we find. So with that, let's go to the next announcement, Ms. Niv.
Yes.
And this is just a reminder. We want to remind everyone, like, hey, you're not alone. You're not alone. You are part of a school, and we have a lot of different systems of support that can help you be successful in our school. So number one is you have access to your teachers one-on-one, and please take advantage of this. Make appointments with your teachers during their office hours so you can have that time one-on-one with your teacher. Sometimes teachers schedule small meetings with a couple of teachers during office hours, but we want you to take the lead and request that meeting. Even if you think you're okay, like, I don't need to meet with my teacher, schedule that meeting, touch base with your teachers, and make sure that you are on pace and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing to complete the class on time. So that's one. The next one is, hey, come in person, come to Space Hub. This is an in-person optional support. We have tutors, we have a couple teachers. You can come and mingle with other students. You can get connected with all of us that work from Mission Control. And at the same time, as you're making friends and connecting with some of us and your peers, you will get the academic support that you need. With that, we also have tutors working in the mornings and in the afternoons, and we're calling this the Tutoring Hub. These are tutors that we have in Space Hub, but they're also online. So if you cannot come in person to Space Hub, we have some of those tutors available online in the morning and in the afternoon, because we want to make sure that there's someone there for you, not just your teachers, but there's an array of different services. And last but not least, because we know that most of our students, well, not most of them, but at least the seniors, the juniors, and the juniors and the seniors, Ms. Neve, I think we've talked about this in our meetings. We know when they log in, we know and we see when they're trying to do work. And we've seen these students really late trying to get some work, right?
They work and when I'm sleeping. Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're stretching our online tutoring services no later than 9, because we want you to sleep. So stop playing video games, work on your assignments, and we have evening tutoring available to you Monday through Friday. So there you have it. We have all those different systems of support, and we want you to be successful. And you're not alone. You're part of a school, and we are with you in this education adventure. Let's go to the next announcement, Ms. Neve.
And just one, I just wanted to mention with Space Hub, we are intentionally setting up monthly more social events for our students that are coming to Space Hub. So if that is something that you are wanting to do, or you would like your student to be able to have that safe social interaction with other students and their peers while getting the academic support. We have been planning those. We have one planned for November, and those are all in the Skyrocket newsletter. And so I would encourage everyone to go to the Skyrocket newsletter, students and parents, and into Launch Connect to see all of those things that are happening socially and academically to help support our students.
Yes, and
Yes.
thank you for reminding me about that
Yes,
because we're
yes.
incorporating more social activities around Space Hub. So the students, when they come, is not just academics, but is that and much more,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So I've seen a lot of students coming in yesterday and
Yes.
today. So what are we doing with school IDs, Ms. Neve?
So I actually put a couple of things here. We have school photo and ID cards, photos happening today, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We have the hours there. It is here at Launch Virtual Academy Mission Control on 2nd Avenue, and your student can come in. They get their picture taken. Really nice picture and an ID printed right there at the time. So they will leave with the student ID, which is really important. Normally, we're not necessarily in person, but that ID serves students for many different reasons. So we encourage you to make it here to Mission Control to have your picture taken. I have some free water bottles for any students that show up at this point. And then we have a couple of other things in the works for those school pictures. But we'll talk about those later.
So,
Yes.
so let's talk about why if I'm a student, why do I need a school ID? What are some of the cases that we've seen that they like, we need an ID, I need an ID. So what do you think?
I think some events. Oh, are you asking me?
Yes, so we chit chatting about why they should come and get this ID, right?
I think employment, when sometimes they need a physical ID, events that they might want to attend, they might need that ID. I think for safety also, it's a good idea to have an ID. My son has one that's from his school that's not only I can have in my wallet, but then he has an ID as well. So there's a various reasons that we want to have that, and it would be an updated picture of our students because I have some 12th graders right now, and I see pictures in Infinite Campus, and it's their 7th grade picture. They don't look the same.
I've heard, Ms. Neve, and probably you can help me with this. I've heard that students when they take their progress report cards to different businesses and they show their ID, they get free stuff. Like someone told me about, oh, I got free donuts because I had very good grades, and then it's not just showing the report card, but showing the ID. So there's many different reasons why
Yes.
we want you to have an ID. Now, if you cannot come this week because we thought, hey, let's do not just a 1 day to do pictures and school IDs, but let's do the whole week. So this week was Tuesday, Wednesday, today, and tomorrow, Thursday. Let's say you cannot make it. Now we're planning on doing something to help the students that cannot come physically. Just to give a sneak, sneak. I was going to say a Neve speak, Neve. How would you say that? Picnic. How would you say that? Like a preview, like a trailer, like a sneak peek?
Sneak peek. A sneak
Because
peek, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at your last name, Neve, and how we can connect the Neve with the
Oh
sneak
gosh.
peek. So one of the thoughts, it's what if you we give you specifics about the picture, and then you use a phone, you take your picture, you send it to us through a mechanism that we're gonna work on, and then you come and pick it up. And whenever you can, we'll print them out. We have them ready, and then you just have an ID. So we're looking for different ways of making sure that you have a school ID because you need it. You might not know now or today, but you will need a school ID, right, Ms. Neve?
Yes, I think that's a good idea. And then the second thing that I want to talk about are senior portraits. Again, this information is posted in our Skyrocket newsletter and in Launch Connect. So students and families have access to it. Senior portraits is linked there through MG Portraits. There's a senior newsletter in case you have a senior student at this point. And any questions can be referred to me as well. So all of that information is there. Encourage you to go ahead and do that soon. One of the questions I received lately was about caps and gowns, which there's information about ordering cap and gown, but those MG portraits, they do have them so that if your student wants to wear that cap and gown in one of their pictures, they can do that as well.
And just talking to one of the parents that um, came to drop off a student, I asked about their experience with
Mm.
senior portraits
Mm-hmm.
at MG Portraits, and she said that they took the time to fix the student's hair and make sure that it was okay. Then they took as many pictures as they were satisfied as customers. So they really talked how good the service was at MG Portraits, and we've been working with them for several years, so we know the quality of service that they give. So that's good to hear from parents that are doing that. Um, and last but not least,
Yes, yes. So we just today during our ASB course and leadership course, we came up with the theme for our end of quarter celebration, which will be December 19th. We are setting an agenda and we'll have information out very soon, just reminding students as they close up the quarter that we celebrate together. Our theme is the Winter Wonderland, and we have some really nice things planned. Again, we will put that out there so that students know it's happening. It's a really great opportunity for our students to come in person in a safe environment that's structured for them to interact with one another and have some fun. Not only do our staff members also they're involved with it, we have great opportunities for them to engage in different games and some lighthearted fun together. So that's coming up as well.
and somebody told me that last time during the end of the quarter celebration, the principal got a pie on his face. Is that
Yes.
going to happen again?
No, but you know that they were brainstorming. We were brainstorming today, and they had another idea. And I said, "Well, I like your ideas, and we need to talk to Dr. Ayoa about that. Not as messy. They're not planning anything quite as messy."
And honestly speaking, Ms. Neves, it's so good to see our students come in person. And when we have games and we have interactions, we have different activities for them to engage, not just with us as adults and educators, but also with other peers and students. So it's always great to see them coming to celebrate with us at the end of each quarter. So thank you, Ms. Neve, for planning and organizing.
Yes,
And I know there's a lot of different ideas from your ASB leaders,
yes,
but you are the one that make it happen. So and I do
yes.
appreciate what you do with that.
Thank you.
So with that, we go to the next slide. That is just the cue for us to say thank you for coming. Well, you're not coming because you're watching this recording. Thank you for watching this recording with the announcements made on launch